Okay, in this video we're going to do two problems that's going to involve some consecutive fractions, and so they're going to involve patterns, and so let's begin. So for this one I'm going to first just multiply it out and see what happens. So 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 4 is 12, and 4 times 5 is 20. And then I can check, maybe I'm adding each time. So I add 4. Will adding 4 work? Well, it doesn't. 6 plus 4 is 10. So this is not right. But maybe we multiply by 3 each time. So 2 times 3 is 6. But 6 times 3 is 18. So that also doesn't work. At this point, let's see if we add it and if there's a pattern. Sometimes that can work. So we know the first term is 1/2. The second term, if we add it together, 1/2 plus 1/6, let's see what we get. So 1/2 plus 1/6. Now we need a common denominator, so I'm going to multiply by 3, multiply by 3, so we get 3/6 plus 1/6, which is going to give us 4/6. And then we can simplify, so divide by 2, we get 2 divided by 3. Alright, let's do another one and see if there's some sort of pattern. So I'm going to take 2/3, I'm going to add 1/12. So 2/3 plus 1/12. We need a common denominator, so times 4 times 4. We'll get 8 divided by 12 plus 1 divided by 12 is equal to 8 plus 1 is 9, so we get 9 divided by 12. Then we can divide by 3, and we're going to get 3 divided by 4. I kind of see something. The first term, the numerator is 1, the denominator is 2. The second term, the numerator is 2. Third term, numerator is 3. So that might be a pattern. Likewise, the denominator is 2, 1 more. Denominator is 3, 1 more. Denominator is 4, 1 more. Alright, so let's do one more to make sure this is actually the pattern. So now we'll do the fourth term. So we'll take 3/4 and we're going to go ahead and add 1/20. I'm going to times 5, and so I'm going to get 15 divided by 20 plus 1 divided by 20, and 15 plus 1 is 16 divided by 20. And if we divide by 4, we're going to get 4 divided by 5. So the pattern looks right. And further, if you look at it, this is the first term gave you 1/2. So this 1 in the numerator, this 2 in the denominator. The second term gave you 2, 3. This term in the numerator, this term in the denominator. Third gave you 3/4. So this in numerator, this is in the denominator. And so for ours, it's going to be 74 divided by 75. And this right here is our final answer. Alright, this is our next problem. Again, we'll see if there's some sort of pattern. Let's see if the last method would work. So I have my first term, we got 1/2. The second term, we're going to get 1/2 plus 1/3. We need a common denominator, so I can get 3/6 plus 2/6 and get 5/6. So that pattern didn't work, but let's just do one more. Maybe there's another pattern. So we're going to get 5/6 plus 1/4, and so we could say that we have 10 divided by 12 plus 3 divided by 12, and we're going to get 13 divided by 12. So at this point we're just kind of figuring if there's anything. 2 times 3 I get 6, but 1 times 3 I get 3, and that's not going to be it. Here I'm from 2 to 6 to 12, so I did 3 times, then I did 2 times. So that's not really a pattern. Now, I really can't come up with anything, but I at least see it's multiple choice. So maybe that's going to be a hint. So the first thing I'm going to think about is how many numbers is this? Let's say, for example, we had 1/2 plus 1/3 plus 1/4 plus 1/5. How many numbers is that? Well, that's obvious. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 numbers. Now, let's think if there's a way to get 4. So we start with our 5. We subtract 2, we get 3 numbers, but we want to get 4, so just add 1, and that gives you your 4. So if I want to know how many numbers from this to 75, I'm going to do the same thing. 75 minus 2 plus 1, and I'm going to get 74. So there's 74 numbers. Now looking at this, the range is huge. It's not like it's a small range. So what I could say is, what number would be the biggest? Let's say I have 1/2, and I'm adding 1/2 each time. That's going to be a big number. So how many numbers again do we have? 74. So we could say 74 times 1/2, and we're going to go ahead and get 74 divided by 2 would be 37. So the biggest number possible it's 37. And again, it's not even possible. It's the most extreme. You take your 1/2, you times by 74 numbers, you get 37. So there's no way that your number is going to be bigger than 37. But if you notice, all three of them have bigger than 37. So they all three could actually be true. So let's try the other extreme. Let's choose the smallest number. This is the smallest possible number, 1 divided by 75. And we multiply by 74. And we're going to go ahead and get 74 divided by 75, which we end up having it here. Now, let's just make sure. 74 divided by 75 is a number slightly less than 1. This number is 4.5, bigger than 1. And this is also bigger than 1. So if you want to guarantee that you'll get the right answer, it's going to be B. And in fact, you could actually get the exact answer. You could literally do 1/2 plus 1/3 plus 1/4 plus 1/5, so on, so on, so on, to 1 divided by 75. And you would then get the exact answer. Now, I went ahead and did it in Excel. So I did 1/2. So I put a 2 here and I did 1 divided by 2. I got, 1/2. 1/3, I got this number. 1/4 this number, and 1/5 this number, and so on. So I took all of these numbers, and these numbers, and these numbers, and I ended up getting 3.9. And again, as a side note, this is 4.5, and this is 14.333, so the only answer actually possible is B. And that's pretty much it for this video.